We're going to turn up the sound a little bit here. We're going to get started. Extinction versus Sakura. The woke off. Sakura, every single player fielded right now is transgender except for Clear. It's great. NVM, never mind. On the Sombra. Scuffed is getting that first kill into Cinnabar. She's down. I think in the past, I've kind of been looking at Cinnabar because I feel like she's a bit new to the scene. I really haven't seen much of her play before. And she could be a slight weakness to Sakura, kind of like how Mew is a weakness on Weibo. So I'm really paying attention to how she plays here. Hattori's able to get X10, and it looks like Sakura forced away. First fight goes to Extinction. Okay, Scuffed is way ahead on Kitsune compared to Z's. That's going to be pretty important here. Sakura need to take their time. They need to be very patient. Okay, they're taking angles. That's good. I like that. Wub gets X10, though. Peace trades NVM. Okay. Good trades. Good back and forth. This is good for Sakura overall. They need to build ultimates. They need to maybe take a bit more damage, though, because Z's is still not at Kitsune. That's not great. Okay, Kitsune is finally down from Scuffed. Clear's going to have to play life. He's able to live. Z's gets that Kitsune off. It's a bit suboptimal, though. Z's falls after that TP away. Nenwai getting that kill. And once Clear loses the mech, I think it's just another fight win for Extinction. Yeah, very slow fight. But Sakura, like, just building the Kitsune a bit slow. I feel like Clear could have taken a bit more damage. Could have been better in that, like, kind of poke phase of the fight. Now, Cinnabar slightly behind a Nenwai on the beat. Same story, similar story. The only issue is now, like, it's Cinnabar's beat. But if Nevermind is able to get the right angle here, this EMP just completely shuts it down, right? That's a big problem. There we go. Okay, EMP is pretty early. It's just to completely take out the mech for Clear. Cinnabar trades Scuffed, though. Okay. Nice pick from her. And there's the beat as well. Very, very well timed beat from Cinnabar. She's putting in the work, but that Terra Surge is going to get 2. There you go. Peace gets Wob. Okay. Peace gets Hattori as well. It's winnable. Cinnabar, she's provided an opportunity. She's back here supporting Peace. The Tracer Lucio. Great Lucio play. Excellent. Oh, Peace is down. Okay. Good mark from Nenwai. Maybe a bit kind of overstayed on the point with the touch. Maybe should have backed off a little sooner. X10 able to get Nevermind, though. Nice punish. Excellent trade. Sakura in a good position to actually win a fight, but Z's is dead. Oh, it just keeps going back and forth. There's the cap for Sakura. You gotta be really patient losing Z's. And Scuffed is ahead on Kitsune again. Look, it's the same story. It's been this the whole round, really. That's a problem, though. Nenwai gets Peace. Nenwai's been playing well as... really, same as Cinnabar. Cinnabar did die early that first fight, though. That was a bit rough. Okay, Cinnabar under a bit of pressure, but able to live, and X10 finishes the kill into Hattori. The flip is back in favor. Extinction. Nenwai able to take down X10, and Nenwai's killing everybody. Nenwai's just killing everybody for fun. Okay. Nenwai and Scuffed both getting a lot of kills. This backline has improved quite a bit. There you go. First cap. First point goes to Extinction. They're going to need to come up with a plan. Hattori's on the ball. I like the ball here on this point. I do not like the Sombra here, though. I think the Sombra sucks at following up on the ball compared to a Tracer. I think Sombra in a Brawl composition and a Brawl mirror can work somewhat well, but the Sombra in a dive composition is going to struggle a lot more. It's going to be a lot different of a story. You would think that Sombra would be better in dive compositions. You might think of her as like an assassin, but she's really not good at that. She's good at like shooting the enemy tank and kind of playing with the core and defending, but she's not really good as an aggressive tool to attack the opposing backline. So to follow up on ball hits and slams, not that good at that, really. And Peace as well. If she's able to mark the ball, it's gonna make a the Sombra. It's gonna make a big difference here for Sakura. Sakura close to a flip. Peace chasing after Hattori here. Extinction are just really drawing out this fight. Sakura need a kill. They need something. X10, okay. Finds Nevermind. There you go. That's the kill they needed. Wub forced away. Looks like Sakura might pull off a flip here. There it is. 30% for Extinction. The first fight, still in progress, actually. This has all been one fight. Wub taking a lot of damage. The dive target here. Okay, some trades. Cinnabar falls, but Wub is traded. Not a bad trade for Wub to take. I think Wub can go aggressive to go for that. That also means Nenwai is going to be ahead on beat, but Scuffed is dead. There you go. That's good. Okay, you take down Nenwai here as well. Solid. Sakura still in control. Okay, X10. Slammed by Hattori. And that's an opening for Extinction. Nevermind fell off the map. What happened? Let's talk about that, chat. What happened? What's going on? Are we okay? Are we okay? We'll see. Okay, Minefield. Throw down the Kitsune to try and make it harder to use. That's a somewhat okay counter to the Kitsune, but like I feel like the placement there could have been a bit better. The timing, really. Oh, Cinnabar's gonna die. She's, yeah, just not in the best position. Okay, Bola shot. Well placed by Wub. And Nenwai's beat should allow Extinction to retake. Cinnabar really getting caught out in unfortunate positions this round. She's finally going to be building up to this beat here, this fight. It's going to be very important that she tries to avoid the Sombra, and that Sakura in general try and mark Nevermind, try and prevent the EMP from getting in the way of this beat. I have the feeling that Nevermind is going to go straight for an EMP onto either the Sombra or like someone else and try and go for it early. That's what happened last round. Same deal maybe here. It looks like Sakura do have an idea of where the Sombra is, though. They do know. There's the EMP. Pretty aggressive. X10's gonna fall. There's the beat from Cinnabar, but, you know, it's after the EMP. We'll see what can be done. Okay. Sakura push forward. No trade kills. They need a kill. There it is. Okay, Clear gets scuffed. That's pretty good, but Z's... Okay, she's able to get out. That's also good. Sakura, they're managing to stabilize, but Extinction are still in control, by the way. I just want to point that out. You know, Sakura may have a slight advantage, but that doesn't mean they're in control. Okay, Peace has the pulse bomb. Clear, able to find Nevermind. Okay, Peace just hunting the Kiriko. Nice, Scuffed is dead. Good stagger. Don't go for that pulse. Yeah, okay. I was a little afraid that Peace would, like, have a Tracer moment and try and go for a stupid play. Hattori's in the back, ready for the touch. Web is going to come back with Bola shot. Scuffed is going to have Kitsune. Actually, okay. Extinction do have ult advantage if they're able to get and build up to that beat that Nenwai is very, very close to. Okay. Oh, nice Bola shot in Hattori. Wow, the ball just got disintegrated. Okay, Kitsune is down from Z's. Nenwai is able to beat, so the beat did come down from Extinction. That's going to provide them a slight advantage, but not enough to win. Wub gets the better of X10. That's winnable for both sides here. Ooh, okay, Wub. Just barely avoiding the Tracer. Clear is able to get scuffed. Now, Nevermind in a terrible position there. TP's straight into the center of Sakura. Hattori going for a slam, it misses. That was meant for point, but it went up into the high ground instead. And there you go. Sakura bite back. Now 1-1. Rare Hattori fumble, true. Okay, Hattori is on the Orisa. Clear is on the Diva. I've liked seeing Clear play as well. Okay, Hattori just used all of her cooldowns, and now she's trying to get out of there, and she just can't. She was shredded. Clear, he's just gonna back off. Okay, Sakura, first fight. I love the Diva here against the Orisa. I think it's a bit better. And then again, that Kiriko Lucio mirror is forced because of the Juno ban. Hazard ban, definitely aimed specifically at Clear. Even though Hattori's good at Hazard, that's actually kind of surprising, you know? Hattori, she was kind of known for her Hazard the previous stage, so... If you're that scared of the Hazard, you have to be a little worried. You have to think, like, well, you know, what does Clear have up his sleeve, right? I know Clear was kind of rumored to be quite good at the Hazard, and I think I've seen a little bit of his Hazard, but... Yeah. Clear stuck on the bench riding for Nightmare last stage. That's where he was, if anybody's wondering. So he was on a pretty good team. I do think he deserved some playtime personally, but I understand sticking with Kuffa, and I think it kind of sticks with my personal philosophy of try and stick with a smaller roster of players and make those players get more playtime. So benching clear is something I might have done as a coach personally as well. Okay, Kitsune down from both teams. Never mind, able to get the first pick on the X10. Nenwai is ahead of Cinnabar in the beat. If this fight goes on any longer, that could matter, but I don't think it will. Alright. Retake for Extinction. I think it is a bit of an annoyance for the D.Va to deal with the Sombra hack consistently, but, you know, if Peace is able to stay on top of it, it's possible, but Peace is now staggered. A bit of a pain. Hattori, though, trapped underneath. Nobody was there to help her. Okay. Having your, you know, Tracer staggered, I think, is a lot preferable to having your Orisa staggered. There's the EMP, Panic EMP from Nevermind, but it actually kind of worked out. But that's beat and EMP, so good amount of ultimates. Nothing used from Sakura, so that's actually, like, pretty economical. A Panic moment from Extinction. Now Sakura have the advantage. Cinnabar, she's free to use this beat a little easier. I want to see a good beat from her to deal with this Terra Surge from Hattori. Expecting it to be a bit of a problem here, but should be fine to deal with. Okay, Hattori's gonna push forward. Not sure where she is, though. It's hard to see. There's the Terra Surge, the beat to deal with it. Clear does not get the beat because Clear is completely out of LOS of Cinnabar. Clear is instead going to use the D.Va Bomb to remac. It's going to kill Nevermind. He's able to get Nenwai, and there's the retake for Sakura. 70% now. Hattori and Scuff just trying to reset as fast as possible. 75%. Okay. Web's going to wrap around the left side here. Looking for a bullet shot. Peace. Pulse Bomb into Nenwai. Well-placed Pulse Bomb. Also finishes off Hattori there. Sakura. They pull back through. Win rounds 2 and 3. And they're going to take the first map here against Extinction. This roster is looking real impressive. Here we go. Suravasa. This was the pick from Extinction. They're going to ban Lucio first. Forcing Juno Brig. Sakura bans Sombra. I guess they were tired of dealing with Nevermind. That's fair. It is D.Va versus Hazard. So Clear is starting on the D.Va. I know Extinction were scared of Clear's Hazard, though, so maybe we'll see Clear go over the Hazard if needed. I know he can. It's very possible. Okay. Slow neutral. Hattori goes for a slash on X10. Not able to find anything, though. Peace gets the first kill into Nenwai. Peace gets a second kill into Scuffed. Okay, Peace just solos the backline. That's good. Cinnabar trades Hattori before dying herself. Peace might have made this winnable on her own. Okay. Nevermind, hit with the whip shot. Forced away. Peace blinks in, looking for the pulse. Perfect pulse onto Cinnabar. Sorry, not Cinnabar, with Nenwai, but Nenwai actually is able to shield it, just barely avoid it. That was really close. Nenwai honestly should be dead to that. I'm surprised. Retake from Extinction. Both teams approaching their support ultimates. Here, if Nevermind can land a pulse onto either Cinnabar or Z's, that makes a big difference. Specifically Cinnabar, I think you're looking for the Brigitte, is the obvious kind of pulse target here in this matchup. Easiest target to hit by far. And in this case, Cinnabar is closing in on the rally, so that's really important. If you get rid of Cinnabar, you get rid of a key win condition for Sakura. Clear is able to kill Nenwai early on, though. Okay. It can go the opposite direction as well. I guess, you know, Clear just gets that kill. But Clear is also demaxed and somehow living still. Not sure what's happening there, but Cinnabar's dead. Clear remax. That's disgusting. That should never happen. But he managed to do it, and now Scuffed is dead. Oh, no. How? Is my question, right? Cinnabar's dead, so, you know, she's out of the fight. But this is so winnable for Sakura. In fact, I think they have it. I think they absolutely have it. Nenwai's going to pop the rally. And they're gone. NY's gone. Orbital Ray from Scuffed. Cinnabar still coming back with her rally, though, so I think she's going to use it here. There it is. Perfect timing. Hattori's dead. Good bash from Cinnabar. Sakura push forward. And there you go. That is the first flashpoint. A nice recovery from Sakura there. I'm not sure how Clear lived in Baby Diva form, though. That really shouldn't happen. So far, the Diva working up against the Hazard. I really like the different tanks you can play right now. I think the tank diversity has been really nice, really refreshing. Peace. Oh, she almost stepped on her own pulse bomb, but it's okay. Just gonna back out. Pressure scuffed a little bit. Okay. Nice. Good kill onto the Juno. Now Nenwai's trying to get rid of Peace, but they just barely managed to do so. Clear trades Hattori. I think this should be in favor of Sakura. Clear's just always alive. Again, like, Clear, he doesn't die. Looks like Wub is going to have the bullet shot here. Clear pushes forward. Trying to take a bit of space. He's just playing it pretty slowly. Cinnabar's taking a good bit of damage, but Peace gets the first kill into Nevermind. Clear takes down Nenwai next. Cinnabar, she pushes in to try and help follow up, and there's the cleanup for Sakura. Wow, that was surprisingly clean. Sakura looking quite good. Much better than I really, thought they would be. I thought Extinction would play it closer, but yeah. Peace has the pulse. She's been doing good, pretty well so far. Pulses have been on target. Probably going for the back line here. Trying to pressure Scuffed out. Trying to go after the Juno. There's the kill. Perfect. Now pressuring Wub. There's the recall. Push forward. There's the kill. Oh! Oh, a meter away from the mini. Yeah, Freya will get you like that. No pulse bomb needed. Now, if Peace can pulse Nenwai, that's huge. That is massive, by the way, for Sakura. So this is the main pulse target. It's really just, can Nenwai avoid the pulse bomb? That's what matters here more than anything. Clear gonna wrap around the left side. Sakura developing angles. Okay. Extinction decide to try and clear. Yeah, that's very confusing. They were clearing clear before they decided to start the fight. There's the pulse directly onto Nenwai. Perfect from Peace. Oh, that is on target right there. Nice. There you go. But can Sakura still win is the question. Peace forced away. Alright. It looks like Extinction. They've managed to stabilize. They win this fight. Cinnabar is going to come back with her rally, and Scuffed is going to have their orbital ray. Extinction have an ultimate advantage here. I think it's safe to say. You might have to give up this flashpoint if you're Sakura and just kind of play for your ultimates here. Cinnabar is going to pop the rally. That's fine. Here's the orbital ray, and that was also the bullet shot from Wub. But Wub's going to build up to the next bullet shot pretty quickly, so not really an expensive use there. Rally for orbital ray, and, Extinction win that as they should. Clear. That is an unfortunate stagger there. Now, Sakura have one more shot here to cap. Now the ultimates are a bit more even, and it looks like they will get a contest. Yep, the Tracer's going to be on first. Peace is there, but now Extinction are going to try and flip map and push forward into Sakura's backline, trying to overwhelm the Brig Juno, and yeah, Cinnabar is going to fall, so that move did have some, that did work pretty well, actually, for Extinction, but Hattori dies in the process, so that kind of sucks. X10, okay, bullet shot onto Nenwai, perfect. Wub's also dead. Wow, alright. Yeah, it looked like for a moment Extinction might have had it with that early kill into Cinnabar, but that didn't matter. Sakura still won that. And now, it's kind of the opposite direction, right? Orbital Ray beats Rally, and now Z's has Orbital Ray, and Nenwai has Rally coming up, so Extinction are now at the same kind of disadvantage, right? Wub is able to pick off Clear early, though. Clear was in Baby Diva form. Okay, that does change things a little bit. Sakura now fighting for a recontest. Their orbital ray isn't as useful. Well, you know, clear is completely gone. Z is able to find... Okay, never mind, somehow. I don't know how Z's got that. Peace finishes off Nenwai, looking for Scuffed as well. And the cleanup comes through for Sakura. Okay, Extinction. Weren't able to hold on. They had a great chance to, like, win that point there, too. But they just didn't. X10 taking a bit of damage. Has the bullet shot ready. If you can go for an early bullet shot onto, like, the Brig or the Juno, that could be good. Extinction have ult advantage. They have both support ultimates. That's going to make a difference. Orbital Ray opening. Rally also used stacked on top. X10 is able to get an early kill into Wub with the bullet shot. So Sakura have the advantage, but they're out-pressured by the Brig Juno. But it looks like the Orbital Ray and the Rally are done. Sakura can win. Clear gets Nenwai. They just outlived it. It wasn't a problem. Nevermind does get Cinnabar. The flip does come through for Extinction, but that doesn't really matter. In the long run, Sakura have a major advantage. Hitori's dead. The overtime ticks down. Nevermind with the first touch. Goes for another touch. Can't get it. And that's it. Sakura, map number 2. Yeah, they look like the much stronger team at the moment. Busan, Ilios, Oasis, all gone. Flashpoint's gone. And I believe it was, yeah. Now we just have 3 map types. There's a lot of places you can go, to be fair. Push, Colosseo, Runasapi. I kind of doubt they're going push. Maybe. Maybe. They could. It's kind of hard to tell. Honestly, you know what? They might go escort. And the reason they might go escort is for Winston. I wonder if they'll go watch point and, like, defend Winston or something. Okay. Here we go. We're on Runasapi. This is the pick from Extinction. And they're going to run a hazard comp while Sakura are just on Malga. The return of Malga, chat. The return of Malga. I guess Cage Fight and Bullet Shot could be a pretty good combo. You know? Just thinking about that in particular. Oh, clear. We're running into a wall here. Maybe Hanbin really doesn't like Winston. I do not think that is the case at all. Actually, I think he was quite proud of his Winston and his ball. He was working on it very hard. And from the interviews that I've kind of read, I heard that Hanbin was like, he really wanted to try the ball against Crazy Raccoon, and he just didn't have the chance. Because he was working on his ball as well. Okay, Malgamir. I don't mind a Malgamir every once in a while. It's interesting. I think the Sombra here could be pretty effective as well from Nevermind. We see Nevermind run it a lot, but it hasn't really succeeded just yet. Sitting in that right corner for now. It's a corner fight. Our favorite corner fight where both teams sit at the corner and do nothing until, you know, somebody builds ultimates or somebody makes a mistake. Sakura taking quite a lot of damage. X10 falls. That's the mistake you need. Now, Extinction gonna push forward. Try and take some space. Cinnabar taking a good bit of damage. Oh, Wub. Ugh. Aggressive position. Almost dies there. Gotta be careful. Ooh, good damage from Wub. Okay, Hitori pushes forward. Has the cardiac still. Pops it. Runs into Clear's face. There's the Bola shot. Enough to burst Clear down. Extinction. They win a fight. Both teams have their support ults now. EMP is a great counter to Cage. That's one of the things that's, like, super, super good for. Really nice for that. Breaks it. Just instantly breaks it, I believe. Oh. Bro. There's nobody there. There's nobody there. Peace. We're blading our demons. There's the EMP into the cage. And Extinction win this fight. Yeah, That was really funny. That was really funny. Yeah, Hitori has the cage now. Ult advantage in favor of Extinction. I think they might have just secured the map win. Because I mean they look perfectly fine now to kind of hold on to this lead for a while, and they should be able to win the next fight as well. Funny enough, Peace would actually be better off on Tracer here, maybe. I think Peace can get away with a Tracer. Okay, Bola shot. Well placed from Wub. Wub 2 kills. And yeah, Extinction are going to continue to increase their lead. Hitori's dead though, so, you know, Extinction are going to have to back off here. Yeah, Wub's gonna get even more poke. Peace, able to get Nevermind, okay. A good pick for Sakura. Oh, nice deflect, okay, Peace with 2. She's gonna look for a 3rd. There we go, okay, Sakura, good fight win. Good neutral fight win as well. You need a neutral fight win because, like, if you're committing ults there, I think there's something wrong. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left. We're about halfway through. The Avril theorem is technically in effect here. According to Avril, Extinction have essentially already won, but I think this is one of the more winnable Avril theorem situations. Okay, here's the blade from Peace. There we go. Finishing off Scuffed as well. Solid. Good mechanics. Nevermind, an exit pick onto Z's is, that's annoying. Z's dying there. I mean, Z's is going to get back in a bit of time, but that means you have no orbital ray to start. You might have to back off. Let's see. It shouldn't be checkpoint, but it might be. Okay. Hitori jumps in there. Peace looking to mark the Sombra. Good job, but you lost your deflect. You have no way out. There's the orbital ray inside the cage. Cinnabar doing a good job of shielding clear, but that's not going to be enough to win. Z's, she wasn't able to use her orbital. If Z's got orbital off there, it would be a different story, I think, but no. Now Extinction, they've actually held on to pretty much all of their ultimates. They have 4 coming up. They only used orbital ray there to win that against a cage and a rally. That's not great. That's not ideal. They're going to play this corner here. They might play to bait. They already have leads, so they don't have much kind of encouraging the push forward. But actually, Nevermind is in an aggressive position. They're going to swing with an EMP. That was a suicide EMP, though. Nenwai pushes forward with an aggressive rally. Falls to Cinnabar. I don't like this from Extinction. They forced that. They really forced that engage. Wub gets 2 kills. Okay. Wub is, like, barely keeping us going here. He is, like... keeping the dream alive. That was pretty bad from Extinction, though, I have to say. That was Bola Shot, EMP, and I believe that was Orbital Ray as well, right? Or no, that was Rally. That was Rally. 3 ultimates, and you're still losing that fight. And Z's didn't even use Orbital Ray. Yeah. Okay. Speed Ring. It's out from Z's. There's the Orbital Ray. Well-timed. Good-timed Orbital Ray. Should be a kill onto Hitori. Well played by Sakura. This is going to be closer than you might think here. I think this could go to a one-fight situation where one fight kind of decides this. X10 falls. That's a nice stagger pick. I always talk about this, but exit picks matter on push in particular, because if you get a kill on the way out but still lose the fight, the next fight you'll have an advantage because you'll get back faster, especially if you're defending. So like now, because Sakura are down X10, it's gonna like they're gonna have to get X10 back before they can really confidently push here. Oh, peace, 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 peace. What are we doing? Peace. Where are we going? Bola Shot from X10 completely goes wide, misses. Z is taking a lot of damage. Clear drops that cage. That might be the saving grace for Sakura. Z's is still gonna die, though. Oh, no. Okay. It's down to one more fight, chat. If Sakura win this, they take the lead, but they're up against 2 support ultimates. The kite! Oh, that was beautiful from Clear. That's about as good of a disengage as you can get. Okay, Cardiac used. Dashing away even further. Completely kiting the rally. Scuffed still has Orbital Ray. Z's only 75% too. That is a problem for Sakura. They need to get up to it. Never mind. Has the EMP. Oh, Z's is dead. But Peace trades. Nenwai and Wub are dead. Looking for a 3rd. Peace gets a 3rd. Forces the EMP at a Nevermind. Peace, she is a threat. Clear, able to get Nevermind. And it's a stalemate. Actually, Hitori forced away. Chat, that's a Sakura fight win. They just won a fight against 2 support ults. They won that. And now they can win. They have Orbital Ray advantage. Oh wait, they actually played that so well. They actually played that so well. Hattori slammed on the ground. She's taking too much damage. What are you? Hattori, please. Oh my goodness, Cinnabar's dead. Okay, there's a kill. Z's, well, okay, that orbital ray is questionable, but it's fine. Nenwai's gonna fall. Hattori, she was so close to cage. Oh no, peace. 2 kills. Sakura gonna do it. Wait, can Hattori get back? I don't think she can. She gets slammed on the ground. It's over. Oh, no. Okay, Ants. Are you still angry at me? I only robbed you of your points 2 times. There you go. Yeah, Sakura win that, though. I had the feeling that might happen. But yeah, that's insane. That is insane.